Money does not buy happiness. Money does not fix a broken heart. Money will not help drug addiction.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here with Joshua. How you doing, brother?
Not too bad, not too good, to be honest with you.
All right, Joshua, how old are you?
I'm 20-year-old. My birthday is April 20th, 2002.
All right, do you give us permission to use this video on our YouTube channel?
Yes, sir.
All right, Joshua, what's your ethnicity?
Like my race?
Yeah.
I'm Romani. It's like kind of like Romanian and Italian mix. It's called Romanes in my language. Like our language is like you can't even find like it in a dictionary. Like it's like more the Romani people. People call us gypsies.
Yeah.
But there's many kind of different gypsy type of people.
Yeah.
But like that's more like a slang. Like the Romani people, like if you like look them up and stuff, I'm sure you'll find information on them. Like growing up, like we all have our own laws. Like we call it zakonoria. Like our own laws. Like growing up, none of us have any school education. We don't go to school or anything like that. Like no one's allowed to marry outside of the gypsy culture, the Romani culture. Like you're not allowed to marry any other race. Growing up, you're taught very young, to make money to provide for your family. That family is everything. Not to get caught up in bullshit or drugs or the outside world so much. We don't get in contact with any kind of police, any kind of law enforcement, any kind of problems. We handle that within, our own peoples. Like I'm part of the Buckashte, like the Buck, like what I got right over here, my dad passed away, R.I.P. Rick Buck. Buck is just short, we call Buckashte. And that's like, there's Mitchells, there's Costellos, there's the Johns family, there's a lot of different family last names, And to be honest with you, like, the only way, no joke, the only way I can really explain it, just to give you a good example, image, like kind of think of like The Godfather roughly, like how there's the Corleones and there's the other families and stuff like that, there's set downs and stuff, and like when we get married, I got married at 17-year-old, that's kind of late for me, if anything.
Late?
My sister got married at 14-year-old. My little brother Jonathan, he was not even 16, I believe, he was about 16. My mom and dad got married around 16.
Okay.
Literally, it's a crazy lifestyle, man. Growing up in this Romani culture, it has a lot of goods to it and a lot of bads,
Thank you for all that. Very interesting. I'm gonna ask you more questions about your culture. When you were growing up, were your both parents in the home?
Yes. I literally grew up like in the truck with my dad. Remembering like he would go go to surplus like contractors like electricals like plumbers and stuff like that. He would buy and sell scrap metals, copper, aluminum, brass, carbide, expensive metals. He had his pickup truck and his triple axle trailer. Like for instance, he would go and say, surplus buy someone, say he's gonna buy old equipment, write up a receipt as we go along for this amount and everything. And then when it came down to the stuff that we really wanted, because he didn't have no 30 grand to pay the guy for the stuff that he's saying he's gonna buy. But you get cleaned up. For instance, I know a lot of people won't even believe I'm homeless right now from the way I dress. I literally had to go inside that, the Walgreens cross street earlier, get gel, put gel in my hair, get a brush, use it, brush my hair, and literally put it right back. Yesterday, I had someone go inside Ross. I looked like a bum yesterday. I literally had to go and have someone, I asked them, I said, I'm going to a job interview. Would you help me buy the shirt? One lady bought me the shirt. Then I went to other gentlemen, I said, would you help me get these pants? Help me get these pants. You don't get a yes every time. You gotta ask and ask and ask, especially in this town. I'm not from Las Vegas. I've only been out here since the last couple months. I was only supposed to be out here for a week max, and literally I wind up getting stuck out here. My truck literally got impounded. Don't got no license, just the whole nine.
We're gonna come back to all that. Now, so you didn't go to school, no high school or anything. You're 20 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
When did you start using drugs?
I started smoking weed like around 12-year-old. Like in the Romani culture, they say that, there's a lot of older generations saying not to do it and stuff. But now it's like, especially the pills, the Percocets and stuff like that. Now it's all fentanyl and those blues. Like, it's so bad. It's an epidemic in our race. Literally, it's like so fucking bad. It's terrible.
A lot of Romanians fall into the drug thing?
Yes, I have cousins that's literally 13, 14-year-old boys.
Wow.
Smart boys, they work, they make money, they buy and sell cars and stuff, It's so easy, in a way it's so easy, but it's so hard.
Did your parents know that you got into harder drugs later on after you started smoking weed?
My mom knew, but she was in prison. My dad done passed away by that time.
Your mom was in prison for?
Credit card theft.
Oh, okay.
Abuse of the elderly for taking money, and then
when they weren't in the home, who was raising you guys?
Mostly now my grandmother.
Okay.
My grandmother raised literally her kids, my dad, my uncle, aunt, and my dad had a drug addiction too growing up. He was addicted to Percocets his whole life too. And you know, it's like basically in our genes, it's basically in our family, it runs deep in there. And like for instance, like then she had to put up with them, then she put up with us, you know. And now she's putting up with our kids. I got a 2-year-old little girl myself. I hasn't been with her literally. I wasn't there for her 1-year-old birthday. Last time I was with her when she was 7 months old. And that fucking hurts saying that, because I'm out here because these fucking drugs and all this shit.
Where's your wife now?
Chicago.
Okay.
She's remarried to someone else.
Where's the big Romanian population in America? Where are the big places?
California.
Detroit?
California, Detroit. I
Detroit,
mean, back east, New York, Chicago.
I knew a lot of Romanians in the 90s, and not one of them really had a drug problem, unless they were hiding it. Did they hide it?
Back then, you know, it was different. And still back then, we hide it so perfect, like you'll never be able to tell.
In your race, are you allowed to, you said you can't date outside your race?
No.
Okay.
It's literally like frowned upon.
What happens
you'll
if, say,
be forbidden, you'll be cast out of the gypsy community.
Let's say you come in and you date an Hispanic lady or an African American, what would happen?
Literally, you'll be cast out of the gypsy community.
Okay,
you'll be called blackballed, basically, and you won't be allowed to deal with no other gypsy person. Okay. If they deal with you, then they will be cast out of the gypsy community also.
Okay. Is that a racial thing, or is it a racial thing?
It's not a racial thing. It's just, you know, just for, I guess, just the ways of the Romani people. You know, it's nothing, we don't have nothing against white people or black people or, you know, Chinese. It's nothing to do with that. You know, we're very kind-hearted people, a lot of us.
Part of the culture.
Yeah, it's just a culture.
All right, young man, how do you survive out here?
Well, how do I survive out here? There's a many number of ways. I don't like to go and steal out the stores and shit like that. You see a lot of other homeless people, they say boost and stuff. I hate that word. And they say, yeah, I go boost, I go they'll never say I go steal, I go, like, fuck. Literally, me, I'd rather go up to someone and, like, people freak out so much at a time, other homeless kids and people when they see me, because, like, I won't even have to say, I'll just talk to them. I'll be like, for instance, like, here, let me just do, for instance, hi, I'm sorry for bothering you guys like that. I'm not trying to ask for any cash or anything like that. I'm not homeless, poor, on drugs or anything like that, guys. Literally, I'm really embarrassed to even ask you guys. I don't want any cash or anything like that. But literally, I just got in town here from Phoenix, Arizona. And literally, my vehicle, guys, I don't know what's going on. Literally, the motel put a hold on my card. And literally, my vehicle died out of gas down the street. I'm literally trying to see if somebody can help me get a gas can and literally a gallon of gas. You can take down my Cash App, literally a picture of my ID, all my information. And I promise you, I can literally even reimburse you a little bit extra. If I don't say that one, then I'll be like, for instance, if I'm going to get food at McDonald's somewhere like that, I'll be like, hi, I'm sorry for bothering you like that. I don't want no cash. And I always say, the first thing I tell you to get people's attention, I'll be like, I don't want any cash or anything like that. And like, you know, it gives them, because, you know, if you go to someone right away and you'd be like, hey, I want cash, what are they going to give you, a couple dollars? Yeah. When I talk to someone, they'll give me 40, they'll give me $20 minimum, 20, 40, 60. I had so many people give me literally over a couple hundred so many times, straight to ATMs. You know what I mean? Be like, I'm sorry, I'm young, I'm 20-year-old, I'm not from here. Someone stole my vehicle, I can show you police paperwork this way, that way. Just a whole bunch of shit. Literally, it's kind of, I'm a hypocrite when I say it, and I hate doing it because I lie. Can't stand fucking lying to people. It sucks. Because so much of the time, I'll be out there and other homeless people see me, I'm like, I'm not homeless, I'm not like these other crackhead, crazy people out here. I know a lot of people, gentlemen, say like, hey, we need this and that, and we need food for the baby, and then they go buy a sack of dope right after. I'm literally telling these people this, and that's exactly what I do right after. Matter of fact, I literally just stole, if you guys can see, this brake fluid right here. Literally, I got this brake fluid right here, because if you get brake fluid or oil, transmission fluid, I can put this brake fluid in any kind of oxidated headlights, like for instance on this car around here, if they're faded, they're like yellow, foggy, put brake fluid, transmission fluid. It's another little trick in the gypsy community. Wipe it down literally with a napkin or rag. It literally takes 30 seconds right before your eyes. It don't last forever. It probably lasts within a few days, a week though. But right there, first impression, looks beautiful. And literally, I'll say I work at a body shop. I got a little leftover material. This way, that way, you know, that's what I was doing for a long time. But out here, since I've been here in Vegas, there's not many cars around, there's not many things. It's always walking up and down, you know?
So have you been propositioned out here by men or women?
What's that mean?
For like, for sex work?
Oh yeah, people offer me sex all the time, money for sex, gay people and shit like that. I don't do nothing like that.
What about women?
Oh, I mean, women, to be honest with you, I mean, a few women, you know, like, they wanted to do stuff to me, but I'll be honest with you, gentlemen, I mean, for me, it's very hard to open up with a lot of people. I was molested when I was a child.
I'm so sorry.
It's very fucking hard, me saying that. It was actually what hurt me the most, because it was by other family member, out of the gypsy people, out of the Romani people. And that's something that literally is not supposed to happen at all. If something like that happens and, you know, the other Romani people find out about it, families find out about it, that person will literally be beat the fuck up for literally the least and cast out of our community. His own mother and father would cast him out.
So it's a relative?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Very close relative.
And so you probably didn't get any counseling or anything for that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Is it still think
Nothing.
about it a lot?
Yes.
I'm
Literally,
so sorry about
for
that.
instance, when I changed my daughter's
Yeah.
diapers when she was with
You think that's one of the reasons?
I used to feel like if I was doing something bad, if I looked at her little butt or something, like certain shit, like just fuck, my brain is fucked up in certain ways. You know what I mean?
You think that's one of the reasons you're using drugs?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And not just that, like many
Hide
other
the
things.
pain?
Literally, like fucking. I used to cut myself when I was younger. You want to see my hands? Look, I don't know if you can see
Yeah.
too well right now. If you see that,
Yeah.
Literally, I got over here. This one too. I got a lot of cuts on my hands. I used to cut myself and stuff like that. Literally, growing up.
Were you diagnosed with any disabilities?
I mean, I know for a fact I have depression, maybe bipolar disorder.
Okay. Or you have
Really,
bipolar?
but I never went to a doctor. You know
What's
what I
that
mean?
like
We
in the
don't go-
culture?
We don't go to
Okay,
doctors.
that's what
We
I
don't
thought.
do none of that shit.
You don't do none
we
of
don't
that?
have no monthly checkups. Nothing. Like
Okay.
nothing. Like my dad died from 38-year-old from cancer. Take it from there.
Yeah.
Because there's no monthly checkups. There's no nothing. I've been smoking cigarettes since 12-year-old.
So what do you use now? What kind of drugs?
Fentanyl, Percocets, they call them blues, the M30 blues. You know, I used to use regular Percocets, 10 milligrams, 15 milligrams. Then it got to 30 milligrams, and you know, they're $1 a milligram.
Yeah.
When I had, just 2 years ago, literally, I was doing really good at, 18-year-old. Literally, I had my 2020 Silverado.
Yeah.
I had my apartment. I was really doing really good. My wife, my daughter, and literally, I started taking these pills. Started taking a lot of these pills, and you gotta do 30 times 3. It's $90. I used to take 3-4 pills off the back in the morning. $100 bill just to wake up, just to pop 3 pills in the morning. Then I got to the point where I was snorting them, hanging out with the wrong crowds. Then the regular perks wasn't helping no more. I got involved with fentanyl, tried one, started smoking them. Oh my God, a world of a difference. Because if I don't do one every 2-3 hours, I literally start to get sick. I withdraw. I die in pain and shit like that.
I'm so
it
sorry.
fucking sucks. It's terrible. I stay up all night and day. I hasn't slept really in 3 days.
So
3
sorry.
fucking days. I'm very tired.
I'm so sorry for all that. Now, have you ever thought about recovery or getting clean one day?
It's a dream. It's a fantasy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's just like it's.
Do you know how? Do you know where to go if you wanted to get help? No
I heard
idea.
of some places why I've been here.
There are places I can talk to you about after the
Rescue
interview.
Mission, Las
Yeah.
Vegas Rescue, shit like that.
Yeah. You don't see yourself going there right now during this time in your life?
I want to, but
Yeah.
I want to. I want to change my life. It's not like I want to be out here. I fucking don't. I hate it. I can't stand it.
Do you have family you can go back
I
to?
can't stand it. Yeah.
Where's your family at?
I have my grandmother and my two siblings, my 2 brothers there,
Okay.
and my older sister.
You can go back if you wanted to?
I can go back, but literally like.
Where they live?
Literally, they do literally. My brothers do over 100 pills a day. There in Arizona, we get them for $1 a pill. So
Okay.
they do over 100 pills a day themselves.
Do you believe if you had a different upbringing, you'd be somewhere else in life?
Oh yes.
How?
I've seen a lot of abuse growing up. My mom and dad used to fight a lot. Literally seen them do drugs right in front of us. Literally, for instance, like it hurts me trying to say this because like I loved my dad after he passed away and stuff. I never would talk bad about him in a million years. Even my mom. But as I get older and I look back now, there was a lot of things they didn't have to do in front of us. They didn't have to do drugs right in front of us. That was the times when they, was hurt going through stuff because, they would cheat on each other. My mom cheated on my dad after 16 years of marriage, really with my dad's first cousin that was like his brother. So shit like that, I mean, like growing up, I see my dad through every stage. Like me and my brothers wasn't his sons. We had to be his friends at so many times. We literally had to save him from overdose and things like that. We literally had to help my mom because she would freak out. She would take pills. She would do. And literally, if I had a different upbringing, wasn't abused, didn't have cigarettes killed on my skin, wasn't beat up for any little reason just because I wanted attention or love, I wasn't allowed to have any attention. Growing up, no kind of affirmation, no kind of being told, you're doing good, son, you're enough. There's always more. You're always room for more. You can do better. You can do this. You can do it this way. I never had no kind of fucking attention in my fucking life.
Do you still talk to your siblings? Do you have a relationship with them?
I just got off the phone about maybe 30 minutes ago, 35 minutes ago.
Okay.
With my brother Jonathan. There's been so many times where literally they don't even want to deal with me. Like, yes, I can talk to them. I called up my younger brother Jonathan just now.
Yeah.
He's 2 years younger than me. There's 4 siblings, myself included.
Oh.
And literally, they're just so tired of my bullshit, of me coming home, getting out of jail, going back on the streets, using pills, smoking pills, not just taking them, snorting them, smoking them in the house. It smells. There's the kids in the house. They'll kick me out. I'll go back on the street. get arrested, promise I'm not gonna do it no more. It's just a fucking cycle, man. It's an ugly cycle.
You seem like a very nice young man with a good heart. Do you see yourself maybe helping people one day when you
I
become
love
sober?
helping people.
You
Even
think
right now,
you think if you get sober, maybe one day you could be a therapist or a counselor at a drug rehab place or something like that?
yeah,
That's possible.
Most definitely.
You've been through it.
If I get my shit together,
Yeah.
and I can be clean, which
Yeah.
is, I mean, I'm the.
You can do it.
I doubt myself so much because, you know, I hate myself a lot for everything that I've done. But literally,
You got a lot going for you, man. You're a handsome young man. You're very bright.
appreciate that.
You have a great heart. I've talked to you earlier, and I think you can do it. Can you go anywhere else besides the family in Arizona?
I have far distant related relatives in other states, but
If someone's watching this, a loved one, what's your message to them?
sorry for fucking up so much. I'm sorry to the loved ones that stood with me through thick and thin. And me not fucking listening. I took the wrong fucking way. I'm sorry to literally, I want to name names, but sorry to my ex-girlfriends that I heard it, that I couldn't open my heart up to all the way because I've been damaged so fucking much. And I close myself in and I put walls up and I don't allow no one else to even help me when they do try to help me emotionally. I'm just sorry to my mom, to my dad. I'm sorry to all my family for putting our name down, for not, you know, being enough, growing up always. I don't know. I don't know.
We
what
all
the
make
fuck to
mistakes,
say.
Joshua. I'm sure they'll forgive you. Let's say someone's watching this that has the resources to help you. What do you need right now? Someone's caring watching this. What could you use right now?
What can I use? Let me tell you something.
Or what kind of support?
Kind of support. We all know, I mean, I'm 20-year-old and I can say for myself, money comes and goes. Money does not buy happiness. Money does not fix a broken heart. Money will not help drug addiction. When you have a sickness and you have depression and you have hurt in your heart and you're going through a lot of fucking pain mentally, physically, emotionally, it's not the key to everything. The thing that I would need most of all, most important, I mean, yes, money can help make you a little bit more comfortable to prepare for those situations, you know, to have a warm bed at night, to have some food in your stomach, to make, you know, more bearable, to get through depression, to get through those situations. But a companion that understands, people that understand, people that I can relate to, people that I don't have to feel like I'm an outsider, being embarrassment. If I talk, I open up, because literally I don't even know why I did this right now. I don't open up with anybody. It's not about money. It's not about none of that shit. Literally, I swear, I'm a very closed off person. But like, if someone could help me, the only thing I would say, all I want, I swear, it's not even about the cash, but all I want literally is a warm bed. All I want is literally some kind of house, some kind of apartment to get back into, to get a job, to get steady income, to get back into rehab, to get some kind of rehab center so I can get into, in the name of Jesus. I pray every day. I'm Christian still, you know.
Okay. You believe in God?
Yes, I believe in God, and literally without Him, He's the one that provides and does everything for me day by day. The only reason I get by, even though I'm a sinner and I do these drugs and I literally cry out to Him daily.
Have you ever heard of NA?
NA, yeah, Narcotics Anonymous.
Have you tried it?
I never tried it. I mean, I've been to a few AA meetings and stuff, but I would like to go to the Narcotics Anonymous for the Percocets and the pills and stuff. I would love to go there.
I'm sure there's meetings all over the place around here if you're serious. We can talk about that after the interview, okay? All right, what would you say to a young person wanting to experiment with drugs?
Oh my God. Look, kid, man, old lady, old man, whoever you are, I'm 20-year-old and I do not feel like it. And a big part of that is not just, growing up in my culture, it put a lot of years ahead of me, aged me a lot, but let me tell you something. Drugs, literally, aged me in such terrible ways. Literally took so much joy away from my life. I'm 20-year-old, I'm out here. And literally, I don't have, in a way, I don't have one fucking responsibility. I don't gotta pay one bill other than survive day by day. I never went to that strip one time. I never went out to eat a meal one time. I never had no kind of amusement, no kind of joy, because every dollar I make goes on these pills, because it goes on Percocets. I can't be happy. I literally can't go in my mental mindset. I'm scared to leave the drug area that I'm at now, the area that I'm around. The only reason I'm in this area, because within 1 block from here is where I get all the pills, everything I need. I'm literally scared to go a mile away, because if I get too far, I can't get the pills. They're too far away from me. Even without money, do not experiment. Do not test it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Even weed is a gateway drug. Jesus said himself in the Bible, be sober. Your body is a temple.
Beautiful.
Do not experience. It's not worth it. Your
Thank you
life
so-
is blessed.
You could be
You
such
can
a
be blessed as it is.
you could be such a great counselor later. So where do you see yourself in 2 years, Joshua?
Where I would love to see myself is not very far, not something crazy, but with my daughter, with my family, my loved ones, just sitting down at a table, having a nice dinner, cleaned up, not addicted to any drugs, having the people I love and care about with me, being stable, having a house, having some kind of decent income, some kind of decent vehicle. Not much, just to have my babies back, my loved ones.
Hey, you're amazing, Joshua. I wish you the best. You're very intelligent, articulate,
Thank you, sir.
kind heart. Please watch the video when it goes up. And do you have any kind of social media or Cash App?
It's ITS_ Breezy BREEZY _LA, and you'll see me on there.
All right, God bless you, Joshua.
God bless you too.
How do you
Appreciate
feel
it.
after this interview?
Made me realize a lot of shit, opened my eyes, just seeing the pattern, think about the pattern, how everything happened.
All right, man.
I didn't even dip into anything. I just barely dipped my toe.
We're gonna do an update on you, and I want to expect good things from you. Okay? God bless you, young man.
God bless you too, bro.